Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra's Lair. I'm your host, Larry the Chupacabra. More Ludum Dare 34 stuff here today. And our first contestant is Dizzy Dazzle, which I think is an entrant into two-button controls for their game. And this is done by T. Slamek, who did the code, and audio by Ted Wennerstrom. And it's interesting. I'd say the closest correlation you could make to this game is like a PC version of Dance Dance Revolution. So I'm gonna play this bad mammal jammal, and really all it is you have to combine the correct order of arrows so that you don't die, because if any of them hit the ground, you're in some serious trouble. And I guess the goal would be to get them done as soon as possible, and it kind of mirrors what you would expect from like Dance Dance Revolution. Although it doesn't really seem like it punishes you if you just spam your keys. So that's nice. I mean, yeah, I could totally just spam my keys, but the idea here would be as if you had like a dancing arena, or what the heck's going on with my keys? There we go. If you had like an arena where there were like little dancing characters in cyberspace, you'd have to line these combinations up in order as they fell down, say, a bar in the middle, in order to get points and line them up so that you got the biggest combo possible, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, I do like ideas that kind of play off of an older genre, so to speak. But I think the issue here is that there's really not a way that you're supposed to line these up specifically. I kind of liked how Dance Dance Revolution did it, where you kind of had to line them up as they hit a bar to kind of mess with both your spatial awareness and your ordering of awareness. But it is a pretty decent way of tackling the idea of, you know, two-button controls, or like, I guess this is technically four-button controls, so it doesn't really fall that well within the theme, but I think it's actually kind of fun. I'm actually trying to play it correctly, which is why I'm slowing down pretty significantly. So what would you really want for this? Like, you probably want to start with a setting. So Dance Dance Revolution has kind of been done. That's like kids at a nightclub, and they're dancing and competing and trying to dance each other, so that they're having like a throwdown, or what's the word that you do? They had like a South Park on this, where you get delivered, you get arrived at, you get, oh, served. That's the one. Yeah, I think so. That's already been done. So what would you do here to kind of spice up the setting here and kind of expand upon this idea? Because this is pretty basic, which isn't a bad thing, but it doesn't have necessarily a lot of things going on here. Oh, it's too much for me. I lasted for almost 3 minutes. All right. My accuracy sucks, by the way. I got an A- though for my time, so that's nice. Let's replay that, shall we? So what would you do if you didn't do like Tron? I suppose the next obvious choice would be to do like digital battles in a Tron universe, so to speak. So you're not dancing, so that maybe you're having like a cool techno battle from like, what was that name of that thing? It was a weird dystopian future. I'm having trouble remembering what it was, where like people are reborn infinitely because they can't have proper babies anymore. Aeon Flux, was that it? That sounds like the one. Oh wait. Oh, the up and down arrows don't actually come into this at all. I was hitting those buttons for nothing. That's why I was getting messed up. Those are actually just tricksies. So down is a thing and whatever. So you'd have to do like a cybernetic battle going on in the background for time and space, kind of like Eon Flux maybe with weird technology going on. And maybe you have to like, you're shooting these enemies out of the air as they come try to hack you or something, as they reach like a hacking firewall, so that you have to get them by when they hit like a specific point. And I feel like these arrows can't all just come at you all at once. I don't know. I think a health bar would be very important, because right now you just kind of die randomly. And that maybe isn't the best. But, you know, it's alright. So, you know, I kind of like it. It works okay. But it doesn't really have a lot going on, but it works in a suspiciously shenanigans-related way to the overall game jam thing, and it works. I mean, I've seen quite a few games that aren't completely finished or are rather buggy, but this is basic. It's got some pretty simple yet functional artwork in the background of just like moving lines. It's got some nice audio. I like it. I mean, I think it just needs some refinement. It needs some elements added. And I think you could take this pretty easily into the mobile space specifically. Because, you know, with limited controls, you can easily do gestures, or you can, like, cordon off one side of the screen or other, that you're actually engaging, like, two thumbs in the mess. And you'd also have to directly penalize me for getting wrong arrows over and over again, because I do that quite often in here, which is evident by my accuracy score. And then you'd have to like make it so that it speeds up as you get errors, and maybe you could get like power-ups that give you like explodey things that can nuke some of the arrows out of the air. I don't know, there's a lot of different things you could play with. I leave it up to other people. I'm not a game developer. I just throw around ideas and see where these things could possibly take us. Because there's nothing I like more than when I see someone take a full-fledged game idea and take it to fruition, like Super Diver Knot, who I need to do a video on soon, now that this current Ludum Dare is... Ah, dang it. I tried to just spam buttons there, but it didn't work out for me. Oh, do D+ instead of D- accuracy. Hot diggity. Yeah, cool. That's cool, guys. Nice job. I think that's where we'll leave off for this game. We'll move on to number 2. Yes. All right. So for the next game that we've got, it's called Enliven. Oh, hey! This is done by my buddy Chupacabra. I don't tend to look at the names of who does stuff until I've actually grabbed the game and played it. I try to make this stuff as random as possible when I just kind of grab a couple of links from the big fat list, and I go from there. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, while this game deals in the concept of growth, it is sadly an unfinished creation, which is unfortunate because this thing is flippin' cool. So we've got like this little woodland gnome guy here who jumps around doing somersaults, and he's got a cute little woodland hat, and he travels around jumping on different plants in order to progress through the wilderness. And each one of these plants has some sort of special effect. Like this one functions as a bounce pad, very old school platformy, and some of the other ones function as stairs, or they explode to give you a little bit of a boost. It's very neat. And then of course you can take some of these plants with you and move them so that you can use them where they would be the most appropriate to change what's going on in the game. So let's see here. I need to jump up through these vines here. So I'm going to need to utilize 2 of these golden sunflowers. And this is where if you messed up this particular level, you'd have to hit R in order to reset it so that you could try again. And, you know, I kind of like that. Don't be afraid to restart levels if you have to, if you get stuck. I like that kind of feature in games. And I also like that they don't, you know, Chupacabra doesn't really throw this at your face. Like, these are just kind of there, you kind of realize what they're for, and you can use them if you mess up. So why the floop not, right? So we'll hop up here, and then we'll put the next one here in this little patch of dirt. And you can't just put these anywhere either. You gotta put them in just the right place to get all of the mystical woodland bacon. So I guess the question with this good gameplay idea going on of dealing with plants as like a spirit of the forest or like a wood nymph is, what would you do with all of this? Like, what's going on in this world? Are we like a keeper of the forest? Or like, what's up with that? I don't know. It's mysterious. And can I get up here? Oh, I already have to restart this level. So it would be interesting to see like what's going on in this level. So these plants are kind of annoying. You gotta control their growth, and if you get them too high, you can't actually jump up onto them and it messes you up. So you gotta be careful. You gotta wiggle, wobble, wongle. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's too high. Nope, gotta redo this one. But, I mean, I am kind of curious of this, because I did, like, movies kind of like, not Arthur in the World of the Invisibles, but, like, Fern Gully was just a plain old, good old-fashioned movie trying to save the forest with the tree-hugging fairy people before the smog monster touches all of their bodies and makes them dead, and probably plays croquet with the corpses. Alright, is that gonna be good? I feel like that might not be good enough. Is that... Oh! Is that... it? Oh, poop. I was gonna say, I better not fall down to my death in here. So I'm just trying to angle these vines so I can hop up here. Come on. The hitboxes could use a little love, too. Oh, hey, that was the exit. Alright. I didn't actually get past that point, so that was new for Larry. What's going on here? Oh, this is the plant from the GIF on the game page. So that was like an exploding plum. Alright, I can smell what the rock is cooking here. So what do I need here? I need to get up top and destroy that block? I guess? Alright. So let's go up here. I think I need to jump first. That's looking like what I need to do. So let's use the jump flower, because I guess you can select which one of these you want to use. And then we'll use this one to give us a bridge all the way to the Baconator. That's what I'll call the plum. The plum is the Baconator plum, because it's got the flavors. The flavor savers. And then I'll plant you here. And then you'll explode. And kill everyone. There we go. Perfectamundo. Yeah, I'm just really sad that this didn't get finished, because this is a fun little game. It's just a cute little platformer. There's nothing overly fancy or overly sophisticated about what's going on. It's very simple and straightforward, and it's all just about growing stuff in the woods. What is this plant? I don't know what this does. Oh, it's a tunnel. Okay. I'll take it. Let's do it. Blow up. Murder it. There we go. Oh, this is... I like this. Now this is cute. You gotta like tunnel your way to Narnia. Oh, poop. Ah! You can just hop in and out over and over again like it's a little cute ride. Alright, so some of these plants are kind of a pain to control. Although, now that I'm getting really far into some of these levels, I actually am starting to feel like maybe the constant reset mechanic isn't doing the thing. Because being like right near the end and then having to reset like a long level, that would be kind of poopy doopy. It really would. Alright, let's let this thing go up. And then I need it to go over so I can get that thing. Perfect. Yay. Alright, let's plant the bomb. There we go. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Some of these controls are just a little bit opinionated. Oh, yeah. Now I get eaten by the plant and regurgitated. Oh, that's it here. Unfortunately, the game ends here because we started a day late. We didn't have time to make it into something normal. and it was art done by Maddie and Itamari Ernst, programming by Yotam Frid and Ram Havid, sound by Jason Lord. Ah, well, you're welcome. I did like playing this. This was done by the lonebot.net crew, and I rather enjoyed that. That was very simple, and I got just like one of those childhood like movie vibes where I'm going out into the world of like Fern Gully, or that book where like they had to fight off the troll in the woods and they needed a hobgoblin to spit in their eyeballs because their father or uncle was crazy or something, seeing fairies. It's like I'm going into one of those movies and trying to defend the world of people from a mad hobgoblin bent on stealing magic that our professor father discovered. No, I like this. Nice job. And this was Enliven by Potatakuro and all. I'm not sure which person specifically is Potatakuro in this mess. So potato, let me know. And I will link to you guys on the Twitters. So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me for some more Ludum Dare 34 action. Christmas is right around the corner. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a happy holiday with whatever you celebrate and a wonderful new year coming up. I've been Larry. This has been Larry Does Ludum. Toodles, everybody.